one, like I said, do not be generous. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's something in the ballpark, let them have it. Okay? If you got a question or something, raise your hand. Number one, what is the definition of Tauheed? Tauheed is the proclamation of Allah's oneness, or declaring the oneness of Allah, or oneness of Allah, or Allah's oneness. Anything pertaining to the oneness of Allah, that is correct. Tawheed is declaring the oneness of Allah. La ilaha illallah. Or even if they said La ilaha illallah, that would be correct. What is the definition of Tawheed? The oneness of Allah. La ilaha illallah. Okay? Number two. What is the definition of shirk? Shirk is the associating of partners with Allah. Shirk is to associate partners with Allah. The extra credit is to give an example of shirk. Shirk could be worshiping others than Allah, worshiping Jesus, saying that Jesus is God. Shirk could be praying to a statue, praying to a man. Shirk could be praying to an idol. Anything in that vicinity that could be worth extra credit. But shirk, the definition of shirk is to associate partners with Allah. To associate partners with Allah. Number three. What is the definition of Al-Islaam? Al-Islaam is the total submission to the will and commandment of Allah. Islam means to submit to the will and commandment of Allah, the Qur'aan, and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, anything in that vicinity. It means to submit to the will and commandment of Allah. Number four. What is the definition? You have a question, sister? Come on. Number three is to submit to the will and commandment of Allah. His laws, His commandments, the Qur'an, anything in that vicinity. Okay? Number four. What is the definition of a Muslim? A Muslim is the one who submits to the will and commandment of Allah. They make a conscious decision to submit to the will and commandment of Allah.
Okay, what about if it's the one who that submits to Allah or to practice the Sunnah?
Okay? The Muslim is the one who submits to the will and commandment of Allah, the one who obeys the five pillars, the one who is obedient to the will and commandment of Allah. This is the Muslim, the one that makes the conscious decision to submit. This is the Muslim. Number five. What is man's purpose in life, and what is the chapter and verse that proves this point? Man's purpose in life is to worship Allah. Man's purpose in life is to worship Allah, and the chapter and verse is chapter 51, verse 56.
So do they get half for the question if they gave the definition but not the verse?
The verse was extra credit.
So
The verse was just extra, so
okay.
don't mark it wrong. They just didn't get the extra credit.
All
All the ones that are extra credit, give them plus 3. Okay, those that got the extra credit ones right, give them plus 3. If they didn't get the extra credit, the ones that asked for a verse. If they didn't get the extra credit, don't give them nothing. Don't mark it wrong though. If they got the answer right, but they didn't get the extra credit, don't mark it wrong. If they got it right but got the extra credit, give them 3 points. If they got it wrong, just mark it wrong. If they got the extra credit, they still get plus 3.
So the answer to number 5 is what?
What is the purpose of life? Is to worship Allah. The chapter and verse is 51:56. 51:56. Okay? And we're gonna mark up the grade at the end, inshallah. Number 6. What was the name of the obedient jinn? And the emphasis is on the word obedient jinn. Who was the Khalifa of the earth before mankind was created? His name was Azazel. 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 Zeal. Azazel.
Any mispronunciation is still wrong.
I mean, what was the pronunciation? Did you mean Azazel? I mean, the main thing is that we know his name was different than with the next question. All right, Azazel does mean Aziz. The word Aziz is in there. Azazel means the Aziz, the mighty of Allah. Okay? No. No. That goes to the next question, number 7. What was his name after his disobedience? Shaitan or Iblis, both will be correct. Shaitan and Iblis, because his name was not Shaitan, nor was it Iblis until after he was disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if they put Shaitan, correct. If they put Iblis, correct. For number 7. What was the name after his disobedience? Shaitan or Iblis, both correct. Both correct. Okay? So number 6, the name of the obedient jinn, Azazel, and the disobedient jinn, right? Iblis or Shaitan. Okay? Now this is off the test. Who can tell me what is the definition for Iblis? What is the definition for the word Iblis? Iblis means one who is void from any mercy. One who is void from any mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning he has no action at mercy at all. Period. It's over with. He has no get back. So one who is void from any mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Iblis. Banasa. One who is void of any mercy. Okay? Number 8. What was the disobedience of Shaitan or that jinn? What was his disobedience? His disobedience was not bowing down to Adam out of the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What was his disobedience? Number 8. His disobedience was not bowing down to Adam when Allah commanded him to do so.
So somebody put pride and self-righteousness?
That's well, Allah does say he was astakbar, that he was arrogant, that he was haughty, he was just, those are all in the realm.
Okay.
But as long as they understood, whoever wrote that, as long as they understood that this was out of the disobedience of bowing down to Adam alayhi salam, so the haughtiness, the disobedience, the arrogance, all is pertained to not bowing down to Adam alayhi salam. Number 9. Everybody still with me? Number 9. What was Shaitan? And what was the chapter and verse that proved this point? Shaitan was a jinn. Shaitan was a jinn, and the proof is in chapter 18, verse 50. Shaitan was a jinn.
You didn't want to make, when we said to make, like...
Or if you say that he was made out of smoke, was fire. That he's invisible. That he came from the word ishtidad, which means concealed from sight. If you put anything in that realm, alhamdulillah, whatever that means, that's even extra. Okay? And that the chapter and verse was chapter 18, verse 50. That's the main thing too. I need you to know that chapter and verse, so when someone asks you where in the Quran that it says that Shaitan was a jinn, that he was not an angel, that you'll be able to say chapter 18, verse 50. Okay? Number 10. Number 10. What were the malaika made out of? What were the angels made out of? The angels were made out of nur, which is the Arabic word, nur, or in English, light. Light. Nur or light. This is what the malaika were made out of. This is what the angels were made out of. Nur or light. Number 11. What does the word Adam mean? What does the word Adam mean? The word Adam means brown or black. The word Adam means brown or black. Brown or black. It is also a description, a color description. This was the color that was described for Isa alayhi salam and for Musa alayhi salam, as well as Luqman, the Qur'an. Adam. Number 12. What were the names of the two wives of Ibrahim alayhi salam? What were the names of the two wives of Ibrahim alayhi salam? They were Sarah and Hagar. Sarah and Hagar, or Hagar and Sarah. Those are the two. Sarah and Hagar. Number 13. What was the name of the firstborn son of Ibrahim alayhi salam? What was the name of the firstborn son of Ibrahim alayhi salam? His name was Ismail. His name was Ismail. Ismail. Okay? So the name of the firstborn son of Ibrahim alayhi salam, the name of the firstborn son of Abraham alayhi salam was Ismail alayhi salam. It was not Isaac. It was not Ishaq. It was Ismail alayhi salam. He was the firstborn son. Number 14. Where was Hagar from? Where was Hagar from? Hagar was Hamite or Cushite, or she was Egyptian. Egyptian, Cushite, or from Ham, Hamite. Either one would be correct, because Ham was the father of Canaan, Cush. Thus, she was a Cushite. The people of Cush were the people of Egypt. So she was Cushite. She was Egyptian, she was African, she was black. So Hagar was Cushite, she was Egyptian, she was African, she was black. Number 15. What does the word or the name Ismail mean? Ismail means that God heard. God heard. Ismail. It has the same root word. Sama'a, Sami Allah. Allah hears those who praise His name. So Ismail means God heard, because Ismail was from the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam to bless him with a blessed seed. Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless him with a blessed seed.
Okay, and what did you say his name is?
Ismail means God heard.
Oh, God heard.
God heard. And if you listen to the word Ismail, Sama'a, the same Arabic word Sama'a means to hear. Sama'a. Like we say, Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. Allah hears those who praise His name. So to Thee we praise. So the word Ismail, they were praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless them with a seed. Because he said through this seed, it will be blessed. And this is off the record though, but might be on the next test. And through this seed came the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? Through Ismail alayhi salam. So this blessed seed that Ibrahim alayhi salam was praying for, it was Ismail alayhi salam, and through his seed, through his lineage came the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through that African lineage. Number 16. What is the definition for the word dalil? What is the word or the definition for the word dalil? Proofs, points, evidence, or that you could have wrote Quran and Sunnah. Because the only proofs, points, and evidence that we use is what? Quran and Sunnah. Right? Huh? Is that proof, points, and evidence? That's not to do with I don't know about teachers. I don't know about that one. we try to be lenient, but I don't know about that one. Okay. Excuse me? Yeah. Proofs, points, evidence, explanation of, evidence for, that which leads to, anything in that ballpark, where proofs, points, evidence, understanding that your dalil is anything that you use to back up your answer. Dalil is anything that you use to back up your answer. Whenever somebody asks you a question and you give an answer, you better have something to back it up. Whatever it is that you're using to back it up, this is your dalil. And your dalil better be the Quran and the Sunnah. It better be. Okay? If you truly believe in Allah on the last day. The last one, number 17. I spoke about the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I've quoted this hadith many times, most of the time at the beginning of the class. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that those who strive to obtain knowledge, that Allah will make their path to paradise easy. Those who strive to obtain knowledge, Allah will make their path to paradise easy. They said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what is knowledge? He said, knowledge is of this and knowledge is of that, which means this and that. He said, knowledge is knowledge of Allah wa rasuluhu. Knowledge is knowledge of Allah wa rasuluhu, meaning knowledge of the Qur'an and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if they have knowledge of Allah, or if they have knowledge of the Rasul, the Messenger, or if they have knowledge of the Quran and knowledge of the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all of that is correct. Quran and Hadith, correct. Okay? So that knowledge that is vital to making one's path to paradise easy is the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? Okay. Now, this is what I want you to do. The first thing I want you to do is count all of the ones that are wrong. Okay? All of the ones that are wrong, okay? Then put that at the top of the page, but if they have any of the extra credits, then add that to the number wrong. Meaning that you're going to minus it from the number wrong. Okay? The extra credits are worth 3 plus 3. So y'all gonna have to know some mathematics here, negatives and minuses around here. Minuses and positives. If you need help on it, raise your hand and I will help you calculate it. All the extra credits are worth 3. Those are the ones that had the verses, the chapters and the verses with them. Yes. Yes. Number 5, what is the purpose of life? And that is to worship Allah. And the extra credit is chapter 51, 56. Chapter 51, verse 56. Okay? After you have calculated the papers, then pass them back to their owner. After you have calculated the numbers, make sure you have them right with the adding of the extra credits. Yeah, you have another question? Number what? Number 12? 13? Firstborn son of Ibrahim is Ismail. Ismail. All right, has everybody got the calculations right? Okay. Everybody got the calculations right. Okay. But however many wrong that they got, minus 6 for however many they got wrong, and that'll be their grade. However many wrong they got wrong, there's 6 for every one. So if you minus 1, you take away 6. Matter of fact, just pass the papers up. I'll do it. Pass the papers up. Everybody got all the ones, the calculations on there? Just pass the papers up and I'll correct it. I'll put the grades on. Remember, the thing is to try to have 80% and better. 80% better. Pass them up, pass them up. Yalla. Everybody pass them up. Pass it on. Can somebody help me, the women's inspector?
We still waiting on one.
Oh, y'all, okay.
What paper? Is it you? No. Okay. Oh, no, these are her hands.